We're here with Jami, Floyd, defense attorney, and I'm really fascinated by this trial, and I'm really fascinated by this idea that she did many different things to this body, right? We don't know the order, but
to a living man,
right?
First,
to a living man, right?
Allegedly,
right. She shot him and stabbed him and cut his throat, which perhaps is another form of stabbing, but what have you. So there's a grab for one different implement. She starts with one, goes to the other. When you've done so many different things to a body, can you really claim self-defense at that point?
Well, you can, and that has been successfully defended in other cases. I mean, there have been women who have multiple stab wound defenses in other cases when they have been abused over a course of years.
And a second implement?
And a second implement. There's the famous burning bed case we all know about from all those years ago. But in those cases, these women have been abused over a course of years. There have been witnesses to that abuse. There has been a long history of abuse, and there is testimony about that abuse. This is not that case. There is also not multiple versions of what happened before you get to the scenario you just outlined. First I have this story, then I have this story, and now I'm going to fall back on self-defense with a lot of different injuries imposed on the victim. So this is not the strongest self-defense case I've ever seen by a long shot.
Well, and Jami, another aspect of this that Katie was just mentioning is that Jodi Arias has been on the stand for 17 days. I mean, has that been a good thing for her, or has that been sort of devastating to her case?
Well, getting on the witness stand is generally a bad thing in any case. I mean, it sounds kind of counterintuitive. You think I'm not guilty. I want to try and convince the jury I'm not guilty. I'm going to take the witness stand. But we most often advise our clients, don't talk. If you talk, it's going to go badly for you. The one time you want your client to talk is in a self-defense case, because why? You've got to convince the jury that you were afraid. However, the longer you're up there, the more damage you're going to do to the case. 17 days? I can't think of any witness being on the witness stand for 17 days, and I've been doing this a long time. The defendant, 17 days, an unsophisticated non-lawyer on the witness stand for 17 days, bad news for the defense.
And what about this? We were just hearing about the jury asking questions, the town hall portion of the trial, I guess. But it's fascinating because, A, you're getting this read in the middle of the trial about where the jury is coming from, and B, maybe you're getting questions that otherwise wouldn't come. Is this a good thing? Should more states be doing this?
No.
No, it's a bad thing. Sorry. Okay.
No, generally more states. I don't really like it as a lawyer, because we lawyers are what? Control freaks.
Right, but for the systems, take a step back. For the system, is it a good thing? No. Okay.
No.
You're paid to be against it. Okay.
But here's the problem with it. There's a lack of control for the judge. The judge cannot step in and 150 questions. I mean, look at the delay to the process. If every courtroom in the country, and we're overburdened now, allowed for this kind of interposition by the jury. Now, jurors in every courtroom in the country can ask questions during the deliberation phase through the judge of the lawyers, and sometimes to the judge directly. So that's fine. But I find this to be very troubling, especially given the number of questions that have been put to this defendant, 150. That's just a volume of questions I've never seen. I am aware of this rule. I've seen it before
but not this
in Arizona,
many.
but not this many.
All right, Jami, Floyd, thank you very much.